Good morning, good morning, good morning. Well, I'm in a different whip today. Hey, Lisa. We ain't gonna show you the driver.
Whipping it.
Nobody wants to see the driver.
Whipping it.
Do you want to see the driver, Lisa?
I see him every day.
Yeah, she says she's seen him enough. I'm getting Eskimo corded.
Eskimo corded.
Eskimo corded. That's one of those cool corded situations.
That ain't happened since prom.
Nope, ain't been prom. Since I had my little, I had to pin the thing on...
The tail on the donkey?
Yeah, the tail on the donkey. I don't even remember who I took to prom. Must have been a donkey. So while I was out at the Bikers Blues and Barbecue, I got a phone call stating that something is done and ready. So we are going to pick that up today. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to go over to Homesteading and check that out. But I needed a ride.
And you know, you can always get a ride in the vibe.
In the vibe. Hey. All 270,000 miles of it, she's still kicking.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I like the old vibe. This vibe's tough. I think when they get a new car, they should keep it and then just make it like the off-road what's happening.
Yeah. Put some 33s on it.
Yeah. One of my first cars was a Chevy Chevette. I was like 15 years old. I go to school and talk about, yeah, I got a vet. I just let the off that thing.
Shut your mouth.
But I got it for $50. It was construction cone orange. And it was in the back roads of Georgia. I could go to the next county off clay roads. I never had to get on pavement. So it's a perfect little ride for a 15-year-old. And we go tree knocking and all kinds of stuff in that thing, man. And it had a cracked head. The funny thing about it is if you put the radiator cap on, it would overheat. If you took it off, it'd run fine. The oil was white from all the water getting into it and stuff. But that joker never did break down, guys. When I parked it on my dad's property in Georgia, it was still running. I ended up just taking the radiator cap and throwing it away because it was not even needed.
It's a hindrance.
Yeah, there wasn't no rebuilding that. It wasn't worth it, nothing like that. And yeah, that was a nice little get-around vehicle for me whenever I was like 15 years old. I bought it from my brother for $50, and I think he paid it $200. So it was a good deal. You ain't gonna find those kind of deals anymore. You know. But wrap up for the weekend. I had an absolutely amazing time this weekend. It was really, really good to get away and hang out with my peeps and my woman, and me and Margarita had an absolute blast.
I really like the pictures that you had shared on Facebook.
Yeah,
really
one of my favorite ones is where I was like, had my arm around her on the bike and stuff, and had the bike, you know, in the picture.
Oh, where you were draped over her like a tree?
Where I was draped over her like a tree. Ain't that right, Lynn? Draped over her like a tree? Yeah.
It would have been more romantic if you would have put your arm around her waist or shoulder.
Yeah, yeah. But we was trying to look like tough bikers, you know what I'm saying? We was trying to, we was posing for the camera.
You know what I also noticed about the pictures? The group picture of all you guys, everybody's looking real tough in all black, and then Margarita is shining like a star in the all white. Like,
yeah, she says she's the white sheep. You know, Tim got those shirts made at the Wild Hogs of Arthur, and well, me and Margarita wasn't back together when that happened, and we asked her if she had a black shirt, and she said, nope, I'm wearing white. I'm going to be the white sheep of this group. And man, she did so amazing for the weekend to have never rode a bike and everything else. It was just, she picked it up like that.
That was her first time
ever on a bike, and just killed it. Did amazing. I was so proud of her, so happy.
That's what you meant by her getting some practice. I thought you just meant it had been a while.
No, we was trying to get a couple of rides in before that because I knew that the level was going to be like a level 10 out there. But our schedules didn't work out in order to do it. And I mean, she got baptized from the beginning. It was an hour-long trip to Rogers. Was her first ride on a scale of 1 to 10 difficulty, probably 10. And then we did that. And also me never riding her before on that bike. I've never rode anybody on that bike, so it was also quite a challenge for me as well. But we went nice and slow, you know, wasn't in no hurry. I don't think we ever broke 50, 55 miles per hour.
Did you really feel a difference with somebody on the back?
You always feel a difference, but I will tell you, like, if they know what they're doing when they're riding and stuff like that, you really don't. You know, you feel them, you feel the weight difference, you know, and the main thing is when they're getting on is when you feel it, you know. The second time she got on, it was funny, you know, because when your girl's getting on the bike, you know, you got to wait until the guy says, yeah, you know, you're good.
Let's do it.
Well, the first time she did, the second time she just jumped on, and I wasn't ready, and she grabbed my arm, like right here, instead of my shoulder, and my arm's holding on to the handlebar, right? And I was like, whoa! But she jumped right on up there, and she started laughing. She said, I'm sorry. And it was just a blast, man. We had such a good time, and I'm really glad that she took to it and enjoyed it so much, because it's something very important to me that I want to incorporate in my life. I didn't realize how much I missed riding until I got my bike again, because I gave up all of that stuff, guys, for responsibility reasons and stuff, to be a parent. I was a single father, and there was no other options for my daughter if something was to happen to me. So I went ahead and got rid of my bike and said I'd get a bike later on in life when my kids are grown. Well, that's exactly what I did. And just riding it just brings me so much peace and enjoyment. Yesterday on the way back, which y'all know, because I wanted to end the trip with you guys, I stopped off and took a bypass across Mount Magazine instead of coming up through what Google was telling me to do. And I stopped at a couple lookouts. I ended up having lunch at the lodge up there.
Nice.
Had me a catfish po' boy, you know. And oh, speaking of that, I sat there for like 20 minutes and didn't get no food, no water, no nothing, and I was actually getting a little annoyed. It takes a lot for me to get annoyed, you know, with stuff. And all of a sudden this dude comes up and said the girl didn't want to take me because she was about to get off, which I think was boo, because she was still there when I left.
Oh.
I think it was just because I was in my biker stuff and she just didn't want to take the table, thinking she wasn't going to get a tip, right? So I ate, and I'm very easy when it goes out to eat. Y'all know that. I'm not one that asks for a lot of stuff.
You don't
stuff
send
like
food back.
Yeah, I don't send food back. I eat and do my thing. He'll send the food back. Yeah. So I told the guy to be any what I wanted. You know, cocktail, tartar sauce, you know, stuff like that. And he told me, you know, she didn't want to take the table because she was about to get off. You know, and I knew that was kind of booyaka, especially when I seen her there the whole time waiting, and also taking other tables. You know what I mean? Of people that came back. So I was like, okay. Well, my bill ended up being $17.50. I tipped the guy $10.
Take that.
And I told him, I said, tell her that she might have should have took that table. You know what I mean? Because literally, by the time my food got there, I ate and left in 15 minutes. He really didn't have to do
you don't mess around when it comes to eating.
All he had to do was take my order and bring me my food, and he was done. And he made $10 for it. I tipped basically about 70% of the bill, and stuff like that, just because you want to judge a book by its cover. You know.
Hey, off topic a little bit.
Off topic.
I know you guys are the wild hogs. Alyssa told me that when after Serenity graduates high school, she will set the little piggy free, and I might be able to become a wild hog.
What? Hey, it's funny. We was at the rally, and we seen these little mini bikes that were like all custom and stuff, and like you could tell it's homemade. You know what I mean? It looked like Mike through and through. And I said, we found Mike's bike, and so I might have it on video somewhere. And then later on, we saw him riding through the rally and stuff. So we all started hollering out, Mike! Mike! It was awesome.
This Jeep back here looked like he's ready to pass us on the curb. On the solid yellow line. He's finna pass us.
Mike, I can't see out your back window. Can you bring it up to the mountain and use the pressure washer? Thank you.
Hey, see ya, Jeep. See ya.
Oh, now we can see him there. We can see him there. But we truly did have an absolutely amazing time. And fun fact, that was mine and Margarita's first like extended weekend getaway ever. mean, we've been at the cabin for several days,
Right.
stuff like that, but we haven't took a road trip together like that.
Been somewhere other than the house?
Yeah, we've took day trips, you know, stuff like that, but never like a 3 or 4 day type thing or whatever. And it was great. We had an absolute blast. It definitely brought us even closer together. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Miss Margarita was looking pretty hot on that hog now. Come out. I mean, was doing a little something for me. It was doing a little something for me. I kept looking back at her. I was like, "Ooh, baby, you looking hot back there now. Let me tell you something."
And not just because it was 95 degrees.
No, not because it was 95 degrees. But she had her hair all braided and stuff, and I was like, yeah, I had a good time. I had a good time. She had a good time. We're actually going to see each other again at the end of the week. We have a subscriber coming to the mountain. They're going to have a big barbecue and stuff this weekend. Pops is coming to visit.
Oh, Pops.
Yeah, he's on his way back from California. He went and visited his grandkids and kids and stuff, and wanted to swing on through. And I don't make it a habit of just letting subscribers come to the mountain all the time, but if we develop a relationship and I feel trusted with you, then I will. And Pops has been a long-time subscriber, and we communicate often, so I'm comfortable with him coming to the mountain and stuff. And it's nothing personal, guys. It's security, safety. It's one thing for me, but now that I got these guys on the mountain with kids, I'm a little bit pickier about who comes and sees me on the mountain, because I ain't having people that I don't know and don't trust 100% on the mountain with the kids, because they're kids. Uncle D is a sniper. Just saying. You know, yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. But if we build a relationship and trustworthy and talk and stuff like that quite a bit, then yeah, sometimes we do make that happen. Like Tim and Dana.
I was just about to say, ask Tim and Dana.
Stuff. You know, they reached out to me quite a bit before they asked to come to the mountain and stuff like that. We developed a relationship, and you know, like meetups is a good thing too. Like meet me outside somewhere besides. I've met several subscribers at Mount Magazine and different restaurants and uptown and stuff to meet.
Miss Shirley and them over at Country to Coast from Georgia.
Yeah, it's always a good way to kind of break the ice and kind of get to know the people and get a feel of people, because I definitely trust my gut when it comes to people. You know, like if it feels off, I'm gonna proceed with caution. And we was actually just talking about that. I'm a pretty good judge of character for the most part.
I was just about to say the same thing about how much I am not good as a judge of character.
Well, Mike's an extrovert. So Mike's the type that walks into the room and says, "Hey, everybody, let's be friends. Let's be friends." He'd have made a perfect character on The Simpsons. But I'm not that. I'm a little bit more reserved and a little more calculated, to say the least. Mike ain't met nobody he don't know. You know, that's just his personality, and I love him for it. And it's also why me and him balance each other very well. You know, Mike's out there.
Same with Lissa.
You know, yeah. Lissa's more closer to my personality. Yeah. It's like a yin-yang thing, you know what I mean? Like, he's extra. She's extra cautious. Yeah. You know. Well, guys, we are almost to the getting spot. Make sure that you go over to Come On Homestead and be on the lookout. I'm going to try to get that video out today. No guarantees, but if not, it'll definitely come out tomorrow. Exciting times, guys. Exciting times. Y'all got anything?
Well, over the weekend we didn't do too much. I did get invited Friday to go have a guys' night out with our friend Drew over at Drew's Lens.
I miss Drew. I ain't seen Drew in a while.
He's doing good. I don't want to spill any beans, but he cut his hair.
What? What? What?
So
what?
That was interesting. But we had a good time. I did come up a little bit. We played some cards. Second place on the old poker tournament.
Okay.
That was a nice fun time. We didn't do any work Friday or Saturday. It was so hot, upper 90s. I didn't want to have.
I know. I was in leather.
Yeah, I didn't want to have the kids in the house doing drywall work with us and stuff like that. So we just relaxed and took it easy a little bit. Last night we did go have a really nice hangout over at our friends Jamie and Kevin's with Works Littlefield. They had a a small little birthday was happening for Black Sheep Project, their youngest, his 3rd birthday. And so they came over.
Happy birthday!
Ivy's family factotum came over. I talked to old Anson about you meeting his friend.
Yeah, I met Anson's buddy over there at the Bikers Blues and Barbecue, one of his best friends, old roommate apparently.
And then we had a really good deal that worked out. Jamie and Kevin bought some hamburger meat, and I grilled it and we ate. It was a spectacular thing. Jamie was so happy she didn't have to cook. Kevin was happy he didn't have to cook, and I was happy I didn't have to buy it.
Yeah, there you go. Win-win for everybody. Alright guys, we're almost to the getting spot, but I love every single one of y'all. I hope y'all have a good day. Do something nice for somebody, you guys. Take a step closer to your goals. But what do they need to do, Lissa?
Have a great day.
And what else?
Keep it real.
Kind.
Keep it real.
And keep it real.
Yeah, you know, all of the kind stuff, but keep it real, guys. Keep it real. Love y'all.